And
Right, right.
whether it was like the populations for being a therapist, I didn't know yet. I really didn't know until the last few years who I wanted to call like my niche or population work with. I wanted to kind of experience all different people, all different ages, and really
It's really
see what it was
smart. It's really smart to do that because then you know what you're really drawn to and you'll know
like.
what's going to make you happier. Right.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, right? I mean, I
Hopefully,
think,
yeah. At least gives you a better idea, perhaps, some
yeah.
information, more information, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, you just reminded me, because I didn't know once again, like I was nearing up graduating from my program and I had to pick internship sites. I originally was at Carmano's Cancer Institute. It's a pretty big medical system out in Michigan, and that is what I was doing for the most of the time in my internship was using art therapy for healing purposes and connection for individuals with cancer or loved ones or caregivers. And although I loved that, I was like, that's a very special niche too, and it was extremely heavy. I'm like, I gotta figure out what else I like. So I did really young kids, early intervention with kids with autism
Okay.
specific. And I was like, this is really cool too. This is so different than the other population. So I ended up accepting a job that wasn't related to either populations after
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, so it was
But it planted the seed. It planted
it
the seed,
did.
right?
It really
Yeah.
did plant the seed. And I used all of my experiences with both of those populations, with the population of it was residential and it was um, teenagers that were displaced, whether in the foster care system um, or it was an alternative to jail. So it was a lot of like rehabilitation, um, really working on, honestly, if you look at it like a trauma response. So
Right.
that was another really heavy
Yeah.
job.
Okay.
Art therapy, I would say, is often misunderstood as being just an intervention. Like it's something that anybody can use in a session, and it's an art therapy intervention. So that means this is something that the therapist asks the client to do in session, and that's just what it is. Whether it be, hey, paint this, draw that. We did art therapy today. Uh,
Right.
it's a right. It's a master's level profession. So people need to have a master's level degree in an accredited university to be considered an art therapist.
Yes, I didn't realize that. I found that out in my research. I was like, okay, because it seems like, there's a lot that goes into being an art therapist that people have no idea about. And that is one thing. I mean, you have to really know your stuff.
Mhm. And I'm glad that you said that too, because I ended up going down the route of doing a dual degree, which is I also got my licensed professional counseling, which is the full licensure for practicing under that licensure. And then I also did the art therapy portion as well.